What's up? And we back, fam. And we back. How y'all doing? What y'all been up to? Welcome back to another episode of Don Talks. It's your boy Zion Don. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? I'm feeling good, great. I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright. You feel me? I'm feeling alright. Can't complain. It's a Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Y'all get to hear this. And yeah, I got a bunch of interesting topics. A bunch of interesting topics that I found on Twitter. A bunch of people. I don't know. The new year brought a lot of interesting questions for everyone, and a lot of there's a lot of things in the air right now. And when I say a lot of things, I mean like direction. Um, I feel like Skrillex right now is really taking lead on everything, and everyone else is just like, "Fuck, okay, well, we can't do what Skrillex is doing because he's kind of everywhere. So he's not the blueprint. But like, I think people are starting to realize that this game is getting super saturated with a bunch of talented motherfuckers. You feel me? Like super talented and like as dope as fuck. Uh, but see, like now that means every subgenre is getting very saturated with music, and it's not all bad music anymore. At first, like, it was getting saturated with a bunch of crap and like bullshit. Like, people were like really trying to understand what EDM was. Like, I want to say a couple years ago, maybe like 5 to 7 years ago, people were pumping out shit and just hoping it stick. You feel me? And like really understanding the sound. And like I'm like, when I say this, I'm saying this more of like the underground genres. So like I want to say like bass house, um rhythm, bass music in general, trap, and bass house. Or I mean future bass, you feel me? Those genres, I think. Well, even like hardstyle too is developing its sound right now, and fucking speed house, and but like speed house is just UGK shit. You feel me? Like, but our version, and like it's a lot of genres that now have been having a solid foundation for a good like extensive amount of time, and people are really starting to understand. Oh, okay, now it's time to push the limits of what the fuck is going on. Like, I feel like that's the kind of environment that we're kind of in right now when it comes to the music scene. Or well, the other two people that I can say that are really fucking going up right now, especially from like the Los Angeles area or California area. That's where I'm based at. If y'all didn't really know, like I'm based out of Southern California type shit. So like when it comes to EDM, I'm kind of trying to be as tapped in as possible out here. I mean, like there's a bunch of big labels doing it pretty dope out here, and like I'm still like low key where I'm from, specifically the IE, which doesn't really have like that big multi genre scenes yet. It's like just starting to develop now because of the homies and whatnot. But actually we're pretty developed. We're out here now. I can't even say that anymore. But like I know for sure that I'm not as tapped in as I should be in Southern California, and like that's the steps for this coming year. It's like expanding and like really meeting these other fucking labels and shit that are out here, cuz I'm not going to lie, I'm not that tapped in as I thought I was. I'm very locally tapped in. I can tell you that 100%. Like locally I'm pretty tapped. Like I'm pretty sure I ran into you, you ran into me at one point in time. But it's time for me to like step outside this area now and like really figure out what the fuck is out there. I'm really about to like make a move soon, fam. Like it's coming across the time where I've learned a lot at the place I'm at, and it's time for me to fucking jump, bro. So let's see what the fuck is up. With that being said, I just dropped my teaser for the new track of the year, fam. Honestly, like I sent this out to a few labels and I couldn't really release it off from them because of the sample that I was using for the acapella. But like I'm not even tripping because it's still a banger and I want to release it for y'all. And I'm glad it could be the first track of the year. And this is just gonna cement my sound now, fam. From here on out, like this is who Zion Don is. Like I'm slowly gonna start moving away from the bass house shit and like actually that's not true. Like this all ties into like this whole new year perspective of like what music is gonna be. I feel like there's so many artists right now that like are really good at what they do and their specific niche. But like I feel like this year everyone's trying to push their limits a little bit. Like everyone's trying to like figure out like what is my sound? What am I gonna do that's different, but it's still me? And like that's the thing that I'm figuring out right now. Like I'm starting to really get down this whole like speed house like type of vibe. Like and then like I really like bass house, so I'm still able to put like those well like that UK bass at least. Like I'm really like those like gritty basses and gritty synths and stuff. And I feel like that fits perfect in Speed House. And then plus the shit I'm making now is very fucking tear out apparently. And like I need to find a way to fuse it all together and like I'm working there. But like right now, like I don't know. Y'all gonna see like y'all gonna hear see all of that shit like fucking it I'm ready for that shit. So next week, the 26th, July 26th, go check out all right, we're doing this again. Y'all ready? Watch this. July 16th. My new track, Not Playing, is coming out all streaming platforms. Go check that out. Like it, share it, all that. You feel me? Like help me out. I really appreciate it. It's a banger. It's some Zion Down shit. So go check that shit out. I appreciate it. But yeah, like this year is about to be crazy for a lot of producers. A lot of producers. I've heard a lot of fucking unreleased music from a lot of dope people. And like I'm glad to say a lot of these people are people I fucking grew up with. Like I've known since the gate. Like I you know, like it's really dope. It's really dope. You know what? That's like I think that's who like at the end of the day when I start reporting on shit, I like to report on my homies and like I like to show y'all like bro, like these people been fucking putting in work for a minute. So like check them out, make sure like you understand like we're reporting on things that we like at Lose the Tempo, but like we like our what our homies did and we like to see the grind. So that's what we report on. Anyways, yeah, I feel like everyone's gonna start fucking making some new shit. Um all right. Let's get on to the first topic. This one comes out from Trust at Trust Music, TRST Music. Artists will constantly promote their direct support for XYZ gigs 20 times harder than their upcoming releases and wonder why they're in the same place a year later. That's big facts, bro. Like, that's dummy facts. Like, understand the shit that's supposed to get you to the direct support is your music. And, like, bro, people like the name, bro. I don't know why y'all get so caught up in being next to your favorite producer or favorite artist. But do you realize? Do you ever think like, damn, does that artist like want to like my shit? Like, or did they check me out at all? Like, do they want to meet me? Because I feel like that's a more like dope scenario. Like damn, like I'm on the same lineup as my favorite artist. I'm direct support for him. He's headlining, and then he asks, maybe like he'll ask like, "Oh, who's this? Where's this person?" Because they checked out your music because you're on the same lineup. You feel me? You never know. But I see this shit constantly, bro. Like it's cool for you to be direct support. It's cool for you to be fucking headliner of whatever the fuck it is, right? But what are you promoting? I mean, I guess you don't have to promote. I'm tripping. If you got paid for the night, bro, and like you like the front end money, like congrats, bro. But like, what are you getting on that back end? Like, what's your back end looking like? What's when you're not DJing no more? Are you still making money? Are you still trying to make money? I mean, and I guess that's not the purpose of making music and whatnot. But like, you're only making a fan base when you're DJ. Fuck, I guess that's not even that much true anymore. Unless like you're like a social media influencer and like you're really popping like that, then I guess you could be a social media influencer slash DJ. But not everyone is that, and I guess maybe you have to be that now. But if you're a musician or like you make music, like it's I don't know. I don't want to say it's easy. I mean, the whole point of DJing is for you to like fuck. I don't even know anymore, bro. I've listened to so many perspectives of what a DJ should be like that I can't even give you a fucking solid answer of what a DJ should be, bro. Because like some DJs are like DJs that know how to really curate a vibe, and I respect that. Some DJs are DJs that know how to make their own music and that music be a vibe, and then they could DJ it at the same time. And then there's turntablists, bro, or like uh disc jockeys, bro. The people that get on like the decks and like do cool shit and like cool effects and whatnot. And like that's also like DJing, you feel me? So like there's a lot of factors of what DJing is, but understand you need something. Like you need a talent, bro. You can't just say I'm a like transition songs together and now say I'm a DJ. No matter the looks, no matter what it is, you gotta have something. Like there has to be a it about you. And if it's not the music, it has to be a social media presence. If it's not your social media presence, it gotta be your mixing style. If it's not your mixing style, you gotta be like stripping or something. Like, and if you're not stripping, then you gotta be a good vocalist. Like something has to add up there. You feel me? You can't just be transitioning music anymore. Like, and this goes into the next fucking like tweet from Ski Mask Jordan artist. Until you build a solid fan base, you can't just disappear. Social media is part of your job too. Like that's something I'm myself is starting to realize is how you portray yourself on social media is stupid important, bro. Like you gotta constantly like make sure you're being fed in the loop. Like you got to make sure that you're in the algorithm. You got to make sure people are seeing you. Like all that shit has to add up for some reason, and like you just got to make it look like you popping, fam. You gotta make it look like you're enjoying this shit more than other people are enjoying it. You feel me? Like in everything you do, like this is why like every time I record and whatnot, I make sure I'm vibing, bro. I make sure I'm having a good time. Like I don't rush shit. Like with my shit at least, like I make sure I'm vibing. Like if something doesn't go wrong, like it's cool. Like relax, fam, recalibrate, smoke a joint, do whatever, take a sip, like and then like keep it going. You feel me? Like you you gotta learn how to recalibrate and relax when you're doing this shit because it could get stressful. Like understanding that you got to be on schedule with this shit, and then your real life world is fucking stressful. But it's fun, bro. Like once you crack the code, like you crack the code. You feel me? Like I'm trying to crack the code. Like if this is the hardest thing in the world I have to do, if this is the hardest thing in the world that I have to do, then I'm gonna do it. And then what? I did the hardest thing that there was to do. Like, you feel me? Like, I've done some hard shit in my life. This is no different, bro. This is no fucking different. So understand, like, stick to a schedule. You got to make sure like you're showing every aspect of what you're doing, like, and make sure it might be stressful, but make sure just it looks appealing, make sure it's real, make sure it's authentic, make sure you're doing you at all times, because like no one wants to see you doing someone else, if that makes sense, like there's no other you, I guess. Like there isn't another you, so why not show people like the uniqueness of what you are type shit, and like make sure that bleeds through your content in any facet of what you do, bro. Like all these people that are big social media influencers are big because like yeah, they're portraying like this maybe like upbeat lifestyle or whatever the fuck it is, but they're doing it their way and like the way they see fit type shit. Like they might be taking um like content story, or like uh you know how everyone uses like the same audio in the background, but the content is different, you feel me? Everyone's using their own unique content to fit that narrative and that content type shit. So like you just got to make sure you're constantly doing shit like that, and like I think you'll be cool, bro. Like, and make sure like in the same time you're promoting your shit. You don't always have to be saying like, "Hey, check my shit out." As much as I do that, like I guess you don't always have to do that, bro. Like sometimes it's just has to be you or your brand, or like maybe maybe it doesn't have to be a brand. Sometimes it could just be you, and just make sure like there's something captivating about like your brand in you. That's why like as long as you're posting content about yourself and you, like it's gonna show that uniqueness of your brand because it's bleeding through you. As long as your brand is a part of like an extension of you, you should be straight. Like anything you do is fucking content. You feel me? But like, don't stress about it. Honestly, like let this shit come natural. Like find what you like to do and then shove that shit out. You feel me? Because that's the easiest thing I think you could do. Like is do you record you and fucking share that shit to the world, because like you're amazing. You feel me? Like if no one told you that shit, I'm telling you this shit right now. You're amazing. You feel me? So go out there, get out there, and continue to thrive. You feel me? And just don't give up. Don't give up. But yeah, that's a part of the job, fam. Like your social media presence is definitely now a part of the job. Get a TikTok. Okay. Next one. It comes from MB Mike Baraneche. Uh, this one is funny to me. It says a hype edit download link into a zip file that has just one note saying to DM the person and follow on IG to download a song should be a crime. So basically, imagine clicking on a download link. This is for all my SoundCloud users, right? That want to download music. Imagine clicking on the download and then fucking all it does is give you a zip file saying follow my fucking IG. Like that's so fucking that's comedy. My bad. That's for the niche audience that tunes into here. That shit's funny. Alright, so I kind of touched on this earlier, but Cyclops says the new Skrillex and now new Space Laces, bro. How can the rest of us producers compete? Compete. See you guys in 2024. That's facts. Like Space Laces, like we've been getting a lot of it from fucking Excision, so I'm not even tripping. But I don't know. I'm really interested to see how this year goes. It's a new year. Let's see who the big dog comes out. It's gonna be me, fam. It's gonna be me. Anyways, let's get to the next tweet. Larry O says, "Oh fuck, you don't need to go viral to make a living off your passion. You need to build a loyal, trustworthy, valuable brand that people can gain something from." There you go, fam. He said it very perfectly. You need to build a loyal, trustworthy, vulnerable, valuable brand that people can gain something from. Like Damn, it's making me like think a little now. Now that I'm reading it. Now that I'm reading it again. Um, I don't know. I like the way people can trust in me. Like I'm not telling anyone. Actually, don't trust me. Don't trust me. Listen to my music. Trust the music, fam. Don't trust me. Trust the music when it comes to my content. Trust the music and visuals. That I can't. That's art. Trust the art, fam. Don't trust me. Don't trust anything I'm doing. Don't even trust the words I'm saying to you. Sometimes you feel me. Like take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. You feel me. But like, all right, my brand. We do what we want the way we want to do it. That's all you gotta know. We do what we want the way we want to do it. You feel me? That and like that should be for anyone. Be for anyone. You feel me? Like if you want to do something, do it and do it the way you want to. Don't let no one tell you how to do it, fam. Don't let no one tell you how to do this shit. Maybe get advice from people, but like don't even listen to it sometimes. You feel me? Just listen and be like, all right, appreciate it, and then dip off because maybe like they didn't tell you anything vulnerable, but maybe they gave you affirmation of shit you already knew. So now you're like, okay, I knew what the fuck I was doing. Like, appreciate them for the advice. Like, be like, damn, like you know too. Like, maybe that's not the first time they're saying it either. They're just giving you the first advice they know type shit. You feel me? So definitely, yeah, you feel me? Like, fuck, I need to stop smoking weed sometimes. Uh, But yeah, like do this shit however you want to fucking do it. Because that's what people want to see at the end of the day. And that's how people are gonna trust you, bro. Like as long as you stick to your path, your fucking uh your journey, bro. Like no one could tell you how your journey should go, bro. Like because they don't know how their journey should go. So what the fuck can anyone tell you about your fucking journey, dog? You take your journey. Ah, fuck. You take your journey and don't take shit from no one else. You feel me? Because no one else can tell you shit about your journey. No one else knows about your journey. Like that doesn't make no fucking sense to no one. You feel me? Like do you, fam? Do fucking you. Um, go check out the fucking Lose the Tempo story, fam. Just go do it. Okay. Oh, this one was just for a me thing. It says if the vibes are less than immaculate, leave. And that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. This is what I'm gonna tell everyone. And even the people that don't produce, trust the vibes, bro. Trust the vibes. Like, not the, like, if you feel sketchy, if you feel like don't do it, but just like find the vibes elsewhere. You feel me? Like, there's always good vibes somewhere. You just gotta look a little. You just gotta search, and you'll be cool, fam. Like, like you don't gotta take shit from no one. And as a producer, bro, this is for all my producers. I know when you're making music, you'll get that. Like, ooh, feeling. Trust that shit, bro. Like, 100% trust that. Because that shit's real. Like, whatever frequency you hit, bro, that shit's real. And now get everyone on that frequency, fam. Get everyone else on that frequency. Okay. How long have I been doing this? About 20 something minutes. We want to take a break because this next one's pretty intense. We get into some pretty intense shit. So yeah, I'll be right back.
Season, I'm spicy. I do touch you much, you pricey. Heathen, I'm in your psyche. You don't know no one else like me.
Oh my god.
Drop it like it's hot. Stupid boy think that I need him. I go cold like changing seasons. I go red hot like a demon. I go bust for no damn reason. Stupid boy think that I need him. Stupid boy think that I need him. Oh, you think about me in the shower. Born up in your browser. Fantasize about that piece of power. You can buy me need him.
Woo! That's how we come in from the break, bro. Hell yeah. Fuck. Alright, welcome back from the break, dog. Again, I'm fucking out of breath because that shit was a banger. What the fuck? Going in my sets for sure. Hey, book me for a fucking bass set, fam. Like, I'm ready for that shit. Let's fucking go. Alright. Woo. Give me a second. Give me a second. Alright. This tweet comes from Gassia. Gassia. I don't know. Gasszia. It says music trend prediction, at least for the next year or so. Albums are gonna make a comeback, less singles, and more carefully thought out releases. More emotionally driven music and less bangers. If they are bangers, it'll have more melodic based elements versus a tonal count. So basically, like less atmospheric, like driven music. Damn, I really fucking got out of breath on that one, huh? All right. So, anyways, what he was saying is like, basically, he thinks more melodic music is gonna be dropping, and I guess I could kind of see that. Like that's kind of his prediction. Like he has more, which I'm gonna read, but like I guess I could agree with that. But I mean, I guess that's how it's always been. Like I just think like maybe he thinks like the artists he's looking at are gonna switch into like that more like mainstream. I mean, that's I feel like when people say more melodic, they say more I think they're thinking more palatable, like to the mainstream people, like scope of fear, and like sometimes like that's not the route everyone wants to take. You know, like some people like to have that underground gritty like soundtrack, not soundtrack, but like sound and like if they could get good numbers doing it underground, you know, get a good paycheck, be able to live pretty decently doing what they do, tour, you know, like that's enough for some people, you feel me? Like what's the goal out of this shit for some people, you feel me? Like I think I don't know. I don't Do you want less bangers? I don't know if I necessarily want less bangers. Like maybe I'm just trying to poke holes in what he's saying because I definitely agree with a lot of it. At the end of the day, because like I said earlier, the market's very saturated, and it's saturated with like bangers or like very aggressive bass music and like very I don't know, like heavy driven shit. But I think the better way to say this is that we've been having a very hard driven past couple years or so where like going super hard, headbanging and whatnot has become super mainstream and like now it's oversaturated and now less people aren't really trying to go to be super like headbanging and whatnot because like they've done it, they're over it. Like now what? I think that's like the more like better scope of what like he's trying to say type shit. Cause like I don't think anyone wants to I don't think anyone wants to stop headbanging or like stop making bangers, but I think more people that do that are gonna like switch over to like the streaming aspect of like making music, which I'm gonna refer people over to this shit because I could only explain it through what I heard from them is Heckler, Gravedigger, and Lit Lords did a podcast, and their first podcast they talk about music that streams good and music that performs good at shows, and they're basically talking about like the underground bangers versus like the songs that pretty much people want to hear like when they listen to music type shit on headphones. And like it's not necessarily a bad thing to only make like music to tour to, because like at the end of the day, like that's how we make our bread and butter. But like once you make one good fucking like one hit, like one track that hits a million, bro, like that's kind of a different income for some people, you feel me? So it's like I don't know, bro, like you really just gotta like figure it out for yourself, I think, what you want to do. But don't stop making bangers. But I definitely think like we will start hearing more melodic stuff from other people. For sure, for sure. His other predictions was UGK is already making a comeback and will continue to rise in popularity. That's fact. I agree with that 100%. Like I've been super into like that style of music, like the UK bass type shit. Like that shit's super popping right now. It might just be like a little fad that's going for like a good couple months and then it dies off, but I definitely see that coming for sure. Um, he also says grime will also make a comeback. I don't think so. 90s era DMB influences will still continue for another couple of years before it just gets reduced to OG. Still make it count. So like, because there's a lot of like 90s flips or even early 2000 like flips with DMB drops, and like he's saying that's gonna be considered like OG DMB soon. But I mean, like that shit's always been a thing. Like they even made like flips before then to early tracks with DMB. So it is what it is. Um, it says over the top dubstep will reduce in popularity and more minimal dubstep will rise in popularity. I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. Just because like you gotta think, bro, like dubstep also has like uh a very good like hand in hand with lighting and visuals and stuff like that. So like yeah, you could reduce it to minimal stuff and see like wavier shit and whatnot, but like that's more mid tempo stuff. I think you're maybe like getting it confused with maybe less aggressive like music will be like less dubstep and more like mid tempo shit. Like I could see that coming, especially with the whole res fucking label popping out. Like we could definitely see more of that. Like, and that's more, and that's definitely more like minimal. I would say, like mid tempo is more like basses and fucking like small percussion work and whatnot. I could definitely see that. Um. Okay. Sounds of the 2000s to 2010s will get incorporated into our current genres or will just make a comeback, much like a lot of the 90s nostalgia happened over the last couple of years. Um, but that's always been a thing, I think. Like, always resampling old sounds and whatnot. Like, I think that's always been like something that's been done, and like, I don't think that's anything new. And then his last tweet was, I've been following music trends for a while now, and usually, whenever I feel a desire to switch things up, is when everyone else does too. I truly believe in the idea of collective consciousness, and I feel pretty in tune with it, given that I've been pretty right much every time. Okay, buddy. Well, I feel like now you're just giving yourself a little too much credit here. All right. Yeah. um, but no, I believe that. I believe that. But I just think it's like it's more or less collective consciousness more than everyone seeing a sound or listening to something that they like for the first time and then being like, oh, I'm diving into this now. Like, it just takes one person, I think. It just takes one really dope person to be like, all right, I'm gonna start doing this and now let's see who else falls in line. You feel me? Like, who's gonna be the next sudden death out here or Marauder, you feel me? Like who the fuck knows? Um so there was another tweet by this guy named Jen Eric, and basically, like the tweet was something about like booking agencies to or like how to how to find a good booking agency or know if your booking agency is the right fit for you. And here's like some of the comments that he wrote down below. It says some booking agents try to bite off more than they can chew. Similar to labels, they sign a bunch of young artists in hopes that some of them will become successful touring artists. So with that information, with me saying that, and now you hearing it, and even me reading that, it shows me to, it makes me believe that that what I thought is even more true is that you got to make your fucking brand pop. You got to pop, bro. You got to make a way for yourself, for other people to believe your wave. So these people will only start fucking making bookings for you if they see a bubbling and they see potential in what the fuck you're doing pretty much. I feel like that's not what he said, but like in my brain, that's how like I'm interpreting it. Like, cause I can make it sound some other way. Like, damn, bro, like they only want to use me if I'm doing good. But like at the same time, like, do you want a bad business partner? Like, I don't think so, right? Let's go to the next one. It says most of those artists are promised opening slots on big tours and festival gigs, but many of them are ignored until they become a priority based on their demand. Again, that you'll only become a priority based on if people want you. So what are you doing to make this booking agency be like, oh, we should book him? Like, what is that you're doing? You feel me? You got to do something. And you know, I don't really know the answers to all this either. So like, that's just me thinking out loud at the same time. Next one. Often, when agents book a tour, we reach out to different promoters in each market in attempts to get the best deals for our clients and work with them the most effective promoters in each market and work with the most effective promoters in each market. Okay. So he's saying what an agency should do. So the booking agencies will reach out to promoters to see if like they'll promote the artist the right way. And this is like I I, I see this process firsthand, especially with Carlos and Lowen and whatnot. Like these agencies will reach out to them because they think like, oh damn, you guys market good, you guys have a good venue, your photos and videos are always A1. It always looks like it's a good vibe. We get good feedback. So like the agencies see that and then they reach out to these promoters to see if it's a good fit. And if your agency isn't doing that, if your agency is just throwing you into random things because like it's open, you got to reevaluate your fucking agency. Okay. So it says, however, in order to service as many artists as possible, some agents will try to make a one call to sign a national or international promoter to book their entire tour. Yeah. So what he's saying is that instead of like an agent working personally with each promoter that they book the tour, their agency will book a national or like what did he say, or international promoter. So basically someone that are, like I said earlier, has random spots in a lot of places because he's already big and he already knows markets, but they're not necessarily markets that are gonna profit the artist specifically. They're just slots that look all right. You feel me? So they will throw you into shit like that, and that's not what fucking booking agents should do. Like you got to make sure your booking agency is good for you at the end of the day. Okay, and yeah, that was pretty much it for Homeboy. And I only have one tweet left, so this is probably gonna be like a shorter episode, but it's cool. Like I'm not tripping. Uh, this next tweet, and like a lot of us aren't even at the point where we need a booking agency. Understand that. Only get a booking agency when you think you're in demand, bro. Like and you'll feel it, bro. You'll feel it. Our last tweet, another MB Mike Baranana, whatever. Making music would solve a lot of DJs' problems. That's facts. A lot of DJs want gigs over other people. It's funny because like I'll listen to DJs like in the crowd judging like the DJ that's playing, and they'll be like, "Oh, he's not even like that good at like mixing or anything like that." But then like I know the DJ, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, this dude makes the music though." Like I don't say that out loud, but I'm just like, y'all don't even understand like why he got booked. Y'all don't understand why he got booked. Pretty much, you feel me? Like he's doing something right in order to be on that stage. You feel me? Like where are you at? You're just watching. You feel me? So like judge everyone with like I don't know. Like I don't try to judge anyone off their mixing because like bro, sometimes it could be an off day. Like sometimes you're not in the best area. Maybe the equipment that you're on isn't like your equipment that you like to use. So like I definitely understand that. Like I judge you based off of like a whole, I think. Like how's your social media presence? How's your music? Like I think your music is a key for me, bro. Like you could be a shitty DJ, but like if I like your music, bro, like that's fucking dope. Like cuz it's hard for me to like anyone's music, I think. So if I like your music, like that's insane. Like I think you're fucking awesome. Who cares about anything else? I think your music's dope, you feel me? Honestly, I don't even care about you as a person. I think your music is dope and that's cool as fuck. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, there's something about art that fucking gets me sometimes. It's like, fuck. Sometimes the most beautifulest shit could be made by the most fucking awful person sometimes, and I'm just like, fuck. Like, I don't know. Like, that's why roses are so beautiful, right? Because they're so painful. Like, they have thorns and shit like that. Like, I don't know. It's fucking metaphor to life. You feel me? I don't know. But anyways, that's been another episode of Don Talks. You feel me? Another short episode, but it's cool. Tomorrow, go check me out. Frankie V presents Underground 360, showcase number 4. Your boy's gonna be DJing at 11 in La Puente, California. Go check out my IG for the full address. We're gonna be out here. We're gonna turn up. Let's have fun. It's gonna be a 360 event, so you guys will be able to come all around me, literally be shoulder to shoulder with me if you want. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, as long as I'm able to do this, not even all the way, like this, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Just this, and maybe like go a little back like that. I'm chilling. You feel me? Like, you can get as close as you want. And don't touch my shit. We good. Hand me drinks and whatnot, and like we good. Like I'm down for that shit. Like I don't need a lot of space. Like I'm gonna be vibing. I'm gonna be practicing my set right now after I get done with this shit. So it's gonna be a good ass time. Like I'm ready to vibe with y'all. So yeah, come out La Puente, California. It should be a good ass time. So yeah. That's been another episode of Don Talks. Make sure to go pre-save my fucking track, Not Playing. That's going to be out next week, January 26th. That's going to be on a Thursday. Fuck yeah, I'm ready for that track. Let's fucking go. That's been another episode of Don Talks. Have a great night, morning, day, all that. Love y'all. Peace.